We're here again, doing this again. Vinnie,
Todd,
how are you?
good. How are you?
I'm awesome, man. Glad to have you back. You were my very first podcast guest.
Yeah,
Now you're my first podcast guest in this new studio.
in the new
My
studio.
own studio.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's classy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You like my lamp?
I love the lamp.
That's a Facebook Marketplace find. So I wanted to get you back out here again because we're gonna do one on Daytona.
Okay.
There's a lot of things going on in Daytona.
There's a lot going on.
This is the annual SPFA convention.
Mm-hmm.
Many of you are listening are going, and some of you are thinking about going.
If you're thinking about it, go.
You should definitely go.
Yeah.
You should definitely go. Talk to John Fred Cove earlier from Spray Foam Worldwide. We'll get into everything going on with that. There's a lot of stuff to be won at the Spray Foam Worldwide.
An insane amount this
kickoff.
year.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And right now, there's actually less people entered than in Vegas last year. So
Really?
yeah. There's a really good chance of winning something good.
Okay.
It could pay for your whole trip. I mean, really, even if you won like a set of foam.
Yeah.
I mean, that might not pay for your whole trip, but it's going to pay for a lot of it.
It will.
So it's well worth it. If you're really busy, I do whatever you can to get down to Daytona. There's a lot to be learned. A lot of people to meet, just people that, you want to rub shoulders with, get to know. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. What's been going on in your life?
Well, a lot of the same stuff, work and taking care of my family. My kids are in wrestling. So both
Nice.
Clark and
wrestling.
Clark and June are on the
Wow.
wrestling mats 2 or 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
Business is good. We're busy.
Good.
Yeah. It's cold out.
It's winter's back. We didn't have winter last year.
No.
It was just like a cold season.
It's a hard reminder what it used to be like.
It is.
Yeah. And trying to spray in it. Luckily we got our systems in place to make sure we can spray in the winter, so it's easier than it used to be, but
yeah,
it's not fun.
It's not. This is the first winter in like 6 years that I haven't sprayed because I'm not spraying anymore. A lot of you know I'm working for SPI now.
You miss it?
I don't miss it right now.
In the middle of a 12-degree day, trying to get everything heated up, you don't miss that?
I don't. I got to figure out how to, keep myself active though.
Yeah.
It's always hard enough in the winter anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm not actually getting out there on the jobs and everything. So
what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm thinking about getting in the gym. There's a gym real close to here.
Do it. And then you live 4 miles away.
I know. I've been dragging my feet. My neighbor is a good friend of mine, and he goes there. He's like, "Come on, let's go." And I'm like, I had so much stuff going on, but now it's starting to slow down. So I'm like, all right, maybe we should.
No more excuses now, Todd.
I know it. Get active. Get my body moving.
No, actually, I do have something going on.
I
brought you a gift.
You brought me a gift? All right.
I've seen Joe Rogan. I know how this works.
Oh, yeah. What do you got there? Oh, sweet. Augusta Systems. He brought me a canvas bag.
Augusta Systems. Okay.
And this is your software that you've been developing.
This is our official soft launch with you on your podcast, Todd. This is our soft launch.
Got a sticker in there.
There's a sticker and a pen.
This is a soft launch you're talking about. Okay, tell us all about it.
It's not up and running. We got to use it within our company for a while.
Yeah.
But just real quick, it's just a software that we're running creating to run your business. We hired a programmer and we're building this thing out. We got tired of. So right now we use Joist for sending out estimates. We use QuickBooks. We use Sheets and Excel for inventory. We use like Dasita for calendar, and we use all these different kind of programs, and we use like
you're paying for all these
Microsoft just for storage of all of our pictures and everything. So And then when you try to switch, we found kind of disrupts your whole company just to try a new program to realize it misses one or two things that you really liked from your old program.
Oh, right.
So then we ended up trying things and going back and then trying things. So I said, forget it. We're going to make one ourselves that does everything we want
There you go.
and just design it. And that's what we're doing.
So, I mean, not only, is this a lot of software, a lot of the things that you need, but it's created by a guy who is a spray foamer and runs the office of a spray foam company.
Yeah.
It's not like, something that's like, yeah, it's a construction. You can use it for any type of construction. Like this is geared more towards,
towards spray foam, but I think especially for like subcontractors, I think this would be beneficial for anybody like that. It's not just for spray foamers,
right? But I mean, if you are a spray foamer, it's really,
and when we
tailored to you.
When we do get it up and running, it's gonna be one of those things that if you wanted to, when I click this button, I want it to go to this screen right away, because that's something that drives me crazy.
Sure.
When I click a button and then it goes to this screen in order to get to this screen. So we're just like efficiency and clicks of just like where I want it to go.
Make it flow.
I want this to pop up after I click submit or whatever.
So are you using this yet or not quite yet?
Not quite yet. Our programmer, he's flying out from California next week to kind of do a kind of final push on it, and then we're going to implement it, do some testing, hoping we can find some people to demo it for us.
Yep.
And then maybe launch it next year officially at the next Spray Foam Worldwide party.
Oh, that'd be great.
So we'll see. Hopefully we can have a booth, but
I was thinking about maybe trying to do a booth with a podcast too. We could get one big booth and split it. No, I don't know if they let us do that. 2 for 1 deal. Yeah, right. I don't know if they let us do that, maybe. But I was thinking about doing some podcasts, like set up a studio within the expo hall. And, that'd be fun. But I never got around to it. And I don't know if I can afford it this year. Maybe next year. I need to get some really good sponsors. Need to get a couple diamond sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, Daytona. So,
wait, Tyler.
We're looking at this. Is yours? Is this one yours? Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's yours. All right. Okay. So, most everything really starts on Sunday. I don't know. There's some things maybe going on. Okay. First off, let's just talk about. There's like 3 that I know of the larger organizations that are going to be there, and it should be known to differentiate the 2 or the 3. Sorry. There's the Spray Foam Worldwide. This is the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So if we'll get into this more too, but if you're not a member of Spray Foam Worldwide, there's some people out there that have no idea what it is. It is a Facebook group.
The only reason I still have Facebook, but
yeah, me too, kind of. Yeah, mostly. It's a Facebook group. As of today, I haven't checked it recently, but I think it's around 18,000 members.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a very large Facebook group, very well run. And they have a party. They have a couple things, but their kickoff party, they call it the kickoff party because it's like the night before the SPFA thing really gets going. So there's Spray Foam Worldwide. They're doing a thing. We'll get into that. There's the SPFA, the Spray Polyurethane Foam Alliance, which is, what would you call it? Like the overseer
advocacy group.
Yeah. They're the ones that fight for us. They're the lobbyists. They do a lot of training. They're very, very involved. So that's really like the flagship of the convention.
Yes.
And then as far as events go, Spray Foam Magazine is going to be having a pretty big shindig on the night of the big game. I don't think we can call it what it actually is, but everybody knows. I mean, maybe we can, but I don't want to test anybody. So we're just going to call it the big game. Everybody knows what that is because that's when it's going on. The Sunday that we're down there, and they call it the big game party. They don't call it what everyone else says.
Why don't they call it that?
Because it's like a trademark. I mean, they can get in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, you'll notice that around. Like if you see like let's say a restaurant or like a bar and grill having a party, they won't call it what we all know it as.
That's why you're avoiding saying it right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you'll start noticing it now. Like if you see a marquee at a restaurant, say big game, or they'll make up a another name that everybody knows it as. So anyway, I don't think that I'd get in trouble for saying it, but I'd figure what's the point in
why
saying
risk it?
Yeah.
From the YouTube overlords.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
So that's Sunday night. It's
that's
Super
Sunday
Bowl,
night. Obviously, yeah, it's close enough. No, don't worry about it.
I just said it.
Everybody, it doesn't matter.
I didn't say it.
So Sunday night, they usually have a party and they give away a rig too. But you're not gonna win it unless it's contractor of the year. Did you go last year in Vegas? Did you go to that party? Okay, yeah, I did too. So not anybody can win it. You have to have gone to Spray Foam Magazine and entered to be the contractor of the year, and then the contractor of the year wins a rig, and they are announced, and they actually have the cover, so they like pull something over the cover, and this is the winner, and then boom, there's the magazine. There's like a whole stack of magazines. You can grab one right there with that contractor of the year on the cover that just won the rig. Did you notice that last year?
No, I'm just learning.
Oh, okay, yeah. Stephen Ellis last year won, and during the party, nobody knew who won. Maybe he did, maybe, and then they're like, then the winner is, and then they pull this sheet over, a blow up version of the cover, and then they show, and then he gets the rig and all that. So that was fun, and they usually pull out all the stops, food and drinks. So that's definitely something to go to. So those are the three things: the spray foam worldwide, all the stuff they have involved, spray SPFA. I'm just gonna say it abbreviated because it's too hard not to. And then the magazine, and then but there's a lot of stuff that the SPFA is putting on. So I mean that's enough to keep you busy.
Yeah.
So let's go to, let's see here. Saturday, February 8th. That's really the first day that there's anything going on. And the first thing they got, this is the SPFA. Now, keep in mind, a lot of this stuff is happening at Ocean Center. It's actually called this Ocean Center Convention Center. So that's like that's the big convention center right there in Daytona Beach. And the cool thing about Daytona, I don't know what, is everything is so close together.
Yeah.
Vegas was fun, but everything's so spread out. And there's just so much there's a lot of stuff going on, but then there's also a lot of Las Vegas stuff to do.
Yeah, I think that was the downside. There was so much other stuff to do.
It's distracting.
All the spray foam guys were kind of spread out more. Versus Daytona, there's not as much going on. So
there's not near as much traffic.
Everybody's hanging out.
Everything's kind of concentrated in one area.
It's not the busy time really, so it's not like crazy like it was in Vegas. It wasn't jammed.
Oh, yeah.
Daytona wasn't jammed up at all with people.
I didn't think so at all. You could walk around. They got scooters too. Scooters are fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be able to. I mean, you don't even if your hotel is within walking distance of the convention center, you don't even really need an Uber much at all.
No,
unless you want to do something a little outside of town. But there's so much stuff going on right there, and everyone just kind of hangs out, in the same 1 mile radius, pretty much.
Yeah, once you're down there, you can hang out there all day too.
Yeah.
If your hotel isn't right there, just be one Uber in, one Uber out.
Right.
Then you're hanging around all day. There's stuff going on.
Exactly. Yeah. Where are you staying?
Where everybody's staying at the. I don't know.
Is it the Hilton?
Didn't they block off rooms?
Oh,
where's
I
the
don't
block
know.
or
okay.
Wherever.
But you're pretty much right there then, so you don't even have to. You don't have to travel in and out.
Wherever they posted on Facebook to get a hotel, we did that.
Cool. Okay, so a lot is happening in the parking lot behind the convention center.
Okay.
So that would be all of the
testing
spray
and
off, all that sort of the spraying, where they set up spray booths and everything like that.
Yeah.
Testing, that sort of stuff.
because you can get your masters installers licenses and stuff from that.
Your certificate or your
Yeah.
certifications. Yep. So what I'm reading here is Saturday, again, a day that some people won't even be there by then.
No,
Most, a lot of people might not get till maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday
we're
even.
coming in Sunday.
Yeah. So, but if you are there on Saturday and you want to find something to do, go back to that parking lot and they're going to have the field exam. The SPFA is going to have the field exam experience. So I think that's basically just, you can kind of walk around and kind of see what it is, and you can ask questions and find out more about everything that the SPFA is doing.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. Sunday, and we're going to kind of go through this as like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we are going to bounce around a little bit too, because there's other organizations doing other things. So Sunday is going to be, and before I continue, sprayfoam.org is the website for the SPFA. All this stuff is there. Everything is there. So if you miss something or I miss something, just go back to that. Sprayfoam.org.
Sprayfoam.org.
And then I think you go to like events or something like that, but it's in there. Okay. Sunday, they got some written exam testing hours. So if you want to take some of your written exams, if you've been doing some studying, you want to test, you can do that Sunday between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. So it's all day. And then also you can do that on Wednesday. If you decided at the end of the week that you wanted to do it, you can do it then too. Saturday also, there's free field exams. So this is something that can get a little confusing, because some things are free and some things are not, and some things are like, basically it's the field exams that are free. It's not the written testing. It's the actual, just the field, the stuff that's happening in the parking lot in the back.
That's free.
That's for PCP. Which
are you saying that's free? The stuff in the parking lot?
The testing, if you want to be tested, but you do, if you're gonna get certified, you've got to do, written and field, right? So you do have to pay for the written. It's the field that's free. So it just makes it so, like, if you're gonna, let's say you're gonna do this some other time of the year, you're gonna have your guys get tested, it costs money to do the field too. But if you do it in Daytona, that part is free. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there's going to be the field exams going on then too. And then also some exam prep courses. So again, I'm not going to get into so much how much everything costs and all that, but if you want to get certified, you can get completely certified here if you put your mind to it and you put your time to it.
Yeah.
And it is the cheapest way to do it throughout the year, because the field exams are free. So that's Saturday and Sunday. Getting into Monday, let's jump over to Spray Foam Worldwide.
Okay.
And because they've got it, this is going to be in the same spot. It's going to, in the morning, they're going to have, let me see. I just talked to John and he's got, just a second. What did I do with my, oh, here it is. So they're going to have a thing in the parking lot in the back of the convention center and in the parking lot. There's going to be, like I said, there's always going to be something going on back there. They're going to have like 30 tents of sponsors. They're going to have, he's looking at a cornhole tournament. This is going to be starting at, I believe it's starting at 11 a.m., 11 to 2.
This is
They're going to have a
Monday.
rig show. So there's going to be kind of a big sort of a daytime party.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mini expo where they got the rig sponsors. I'm sorry, the sponsors of the, it could be just all the sponsors.
This is where everybody walks around all day and gets swag.
Yep.
T-shirts, and
It's
this is
like
where a lot
that.
of the mingling happens, and it's fun.
So that's gonna be they're gonna have booths by SWD Quadrant, the Polyura Development Association, which is kind of like the SPFA of polyurea. They're gonna be back there.
Okay.
So they're gonna be trying to get some more people into that realm of spraying too.
Interesting.
So you can spray out of a Carlisle machine, a Crego machine. So if you want to do some spraying, you can do that. Again, that's going to be outdoors behind the Ocean Center Convention Center. One of the rigs that they're giving away 2 rigs at night, and we'll get into that too.
Yes.
One of the rigs are going to be back there. And so again, that's 11 to 2 on Monday. Let's see here. What else do we got going on there?
Come for the prizes, you guys, but stay for the education for SPFA.
Yeah, make sure you take more than
the prizes are good. So come down for that. But then SPA offers, we'll get to it. But some awesome classes throughout the week that are pretty valuable.
Lots of and that's kind of the thing. I mean, I think just about everybody I talk to, when they come to an event like this, in their head they're going, "I'll never miss another one."
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I was like, there's no way I'll ever miss doing this again. The amount of money that it costs, to get down here is nothing compared to what I get out of it. Yeah. And that's even if you don't win anything.
It's work and fun. So you can mix the two, and it breaks up your winter. Like winter gets hard.
Yeah.
And to have that to look forward to all year, it's awesome. And you're right. Once you go to one, it's like, same. We haven't really missed any since. So
yeah, me neither.
And then as far as winning, I personally have won that generator.
Yeah.
I won a set of foam.
You did?
Yeah. And these are all at different events. And then I won an infrared camera.
So the winners are real. Like you really can win. It's not, the odds are really quite good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't win anything, it was still worth it. But if you do win something, it was well worth it. And I'd say overall, you got like a 1 in 4 shot of winning something almost. Like, between the whole week. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. But
and this is a beach party too. So even if you don't win, that's a win. Beach parties win.
Absolutely. Yeah. So speaking of all that, after this whole Spray Foam Worldwide event with all the vendors and the rig show and the spray booths and the cornhole tournament, all that, you'll have a few hours to get ready. After it ends at 2 on Monday. So 5 o'clock, I think, is when the kickoff party happens. Now the kickoff party is again Spray Foam Worldwide, and that is going to be behind the Hilton, kind of behind the Club Wyndham, the Ocean Walk. There's a huge do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that where the party's going to be? There's like this big stage, and it's kind of all like this sandstone sort of
yeah, I think, man, we went on vacation there in like 12th grade, and I swear there was like a cheerleading competition there.
Oh yeah, that would be a place for it.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is between the hotels, the Ocean Walk and the Hilton. It's between there and the water. So it's kind of in the backyard of these hotels. And it's just a big event center, this huge stage. It's probably about, the party area, whatever, is probably like the size of a football field, if I was to guess.
Yeah.
It's really big. And they do a lot of events are hosted there. So anyway, that's where you're going to want to go on Monday night. You do need to be registered and you can register for this up until 2 days prior to the event, so up until Saturday. I would recommend doing it soon. The admission is $60, and you'll pay for that upon registering. So you're going to go to sfww.com. I'm sorry.
Let's skip this part.
What do you mean?
If we promote it too much, then it's gonna lower our chances of winning those rigs, man.
Yeah, you're ready to win a rig.
Let's play smart here. I want to bring that rig home.
Yeah,
you guys, it's fun, but I don't know if it's worth the trip.
Yeah. No, you should definitely get in.
Because you have good odds of winning.
So Vinnie doesn't win even more stuff.
I probably won my fair share.
Yeah, for at least a few more years.
Yeah.
So
Appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry when I said SFW, I actually it's sfwwparty.com.
Okay.
sfwwparty.com. Go there, get registered. It's $60 per person. It's well worth it because they even feed you with that. So I mean, it's if you were gonna go out to eat, you'd probably spend close to that anyway. So they feed you with that. Bubba Gump Shrimp is right next door, and they're catering. And
when you sign up for that, you can become a sponsor too, right?
Say again.
When you go sign up, you can become a sponsor for Spray Foam Worldwide, or not a sponsor, what's that word?
Oh yeah. And that's an ambassador.
Okay,
so yeah, that's the next thing. So John tells me that if you become an ambassador, you can become an ambassador, like go through the registration page and it'll ask you if you want to become an ambassador. And if you do want to become an ambassador right then you get in for free. You and all your guests get in without paying the extra $60.
Okay.
You also get, I'm pretty sure you still get more entries.
Bonus entries.
I'm not 100% sure, but the bonus entries are really good. I can tell you that, and that's for the rigs, the 2 rigs.
Yeah.
They're giving away. They've given away 1 rig for at least the last few years. And now 2 rigs this year. They're telling me they're valued at $175,000 each. And so what they're going to do this year, John was telling me that they're going to give away one at 8:00 like they used to. Just draw a name. Not at 8:00, at 9:00.
Okay.
They're going to start giving away door prizes at 8. That's where you get all the foam, the guns,
the vacations.
Yeah, I got a whole list here. What was it? Shopping sprees. Equipment, everything. So I mean, lots and lots of stuff you can win there. Really good stuff. Like not crap.
Yeah.
Like good stuff.
I got a nice flare camera in Las Vegas, so that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are expensive.
Yeah.
They're really so handy.
They're nice prizes.
Oh my gosh, those are like really, especially in the wintertime, just to go and look at stuff. So really good prizes. Those start at 8:00, and then 9:00 they're going to give away the rig. They're just going to give it away, like I said, like they used to. Draw a name, winner. The second rig is going to be, they're going to draw like 7. I think he said 7 names.
Okay.
And that winner, so they'll all go on stage, and these will be the 7 finalists. And then the next day at the expo, across the street again, back at the convention center, they're gonna narrow it down and have one.
What if you're not at the expo?
Well, if you were a finalist and you don't go to the expo, you need to stop drinking.
We're going to the expo.
Yeah,
but so that's what I'm saying. You guys come for the prizes, but stay for the classes.
Yeah.
We'll
get into some of those.
Yeah.
There's lots to learn. So yeah, the next day they're gonna the second winner will be announced among the 7 finalists.
Okay.
So Spray Foam Worldwide is saying that this thing kind of goes till 10. There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be music. There's going to be
George Strait tribute. Food. Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
George Strait,
Huey
Jimmy
Lewis,
Buffett.
Casey and the Sunshine Band, and Garth Brooks.
Dude, I love all those.
And me and you have a Garth Brooks history.
Yeah, we talked about Garth Brooks. Yeah,
we all know.
Is he still killing people?
Just in every big city he goes to for a concert.
I gave you an itinerary of that I didn't actually print off myself, and I didn't read that. I actually love all those bands.
That's gonna be
Every
fun.
single one of those I would love to listen to. That's great. I'm excited about
Yeah.
that. That's awesome. So really, really good time. Like I said, food. I think it's usually a cash bar for drinks there, but food is included. And John's telling me that there's like as of now, before this podcast hits the airwave, there's only a couple hundred people that are in the that are registered to win these rigs. So that number will absolutely go up.
Yeah.
But he said there was about 500 in Vegas
Okay.
last year. So 500 in Vegas for one rig. As of now, only 200 for two rigs. So you used to have a 1 in 500 chance of winning in Vegas. As of now, you got a 1 in 100 chance of winning that rig.
And
So, I mean, where are you ever going to get odds like this to win something that's six figures?
yeah.
Nowhere. It's really good. And then obviously all the door prizes are
Until the
just,
Foam and Friends bump. That's what we're gonna call
yeah,
it.
the Foam and Friends bump. Now all of a sudden, as soon as this airs, it's
Yeah.
going to be like an extra
It's gonna double and
150
triple.
people or
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So that is going to be, I think that covers everything as far as Spray Foam Worldwide is concerned. But again, and one more thing. You don't have to be a member of Spray Foam Worldwide.
Okay.
You actually, like, if you don't do Facebook and you maybe are just learning about what this Spray Foam Worldwide is, you can still go to Spray Foam WW. Is that what I said last time? Did I say that right?
WW.
I said it wrong last time. No. I'm sorry. It's sfwwparty.com. sfwwparty.com. Go there and get registered. Even if you don't even do Facebook or anything like that, you can still go.
Okay.
And you can still get registered and you can still win.
Okay.
But if you did win something, then you're going to get on Facebook and you're going to be a member anyway. So anyway, that's that.
What if you don't know anybody, Todd? Can you still go?
If you don't know anybody,
Yeah.
I don't think you can. No, you can definitely go. Okay. You should go. Actually, if you don't know anybody, you should absolutely go.
Yes.
And that's a good question. I'm glad you said that.
Well,
and
it can be kind of intimidating.
It can be very
you kind of see everybody talking on Facebook like everybody knows each other, are besties. And some people have known each other for a long time, but everybody gets in this at different times. And like we talked about last time, your first time you didn't know nobody.
I knew
Neither
nobody.
did I. You just go and then you start seeing the same faces and build some relationships. So,
and that's the thing. I mean, you
jump
really
in.
The more that you can kind of get out of your shell, even if you got to have a beer or two to do it, get out of your shell.
Yeah.
Just walk up to somebody, shake their hand, and say, hey, how's it going? Where are you from? That sort of thing. Because it's amazing how you can build your network of friends just by simply, you say hi to one person and that person's like, hey, meet this person. And then, I feel like the first year I knew nobody. After the second year, I knew, a small handful of people. The next year, and that's really where the fun is when you start to meet new people and hang out and do things. And that's when you really start to enjoy yourself.
And for me, that's when I started enjoying the business more. I felt way less lonely in it. It's like, oh, these guys know how hard this is sometimes.
Exactly.
They actually have other guys like who know exactly what you're going through every day. So yeah. It's
good and just the knowledge that, you might sit down and just hang out for, half hour and just have a conversation. You come away with that with more knowledge. That person might say, oh, talk about how they do things or the equipment they use or the foam that they use or, or the way that they, get customers.
Always trying to improve your business. Yeah.
So it's very beneficial in that as well. Okay. I think that covers everything from Spray Foam Worldwide.
Okay.
All right. Now, and we went over everything with the magazine party, the big game party. So really the only thing that's left is the bulk of this all.
There's some skeet shooting and golf on.
Well, that's part
Sunday,
of the Spray Foam Worldwide too. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that Spray Foam Worldwide or is that
no, I'm
SPFA?
sorry. It's SPFA. Yep. It's so easy to mix those up.
Anyway, we're doing that. So that's going to be awesome.
You're going to do the skeet shooting.
We're getting off the plane, going straight to skeet shooting.
Oh, really?
So hopefully we make it in time. because we're cutting it close.
Okay,
yeah.
so to do the skeet shooting, you need to be registered with. You need to get a registration with SPFA.
Yes.
Okay, so and there's also golf. So those are the
Yes.
two events that they have. The outside events, outside of downtown is what I mean. You need to actually go to those. But it's put on by the SPFA. And so first off, you do need to be registered. You do need to get you need to pay for registration
Yes.
to do that first. And then there's also an additional fee for that if you're going to do this skeet shooting. If you're going to do that, you're going to pay extra. I think it's like 135 maybe, something like that. And then if you're going to do the golf, what do they call it? A golf what?
Golf scramble?
I don't know, golf outing, I guess is what they call it.
Are you going to golf?
No, I don't think I'm going to do either one of those.
Are you a golfer?
I probably go out maybe once a year.
Yeah.
I like golfing. But I got other hobbies that are expensive too.
Yeah.
So I don't really do it
like
that much.
Podcasting?
Yeah, that. Yeah. That. I'm getting into, I was telling you before we started, I kind of been getting into cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Cigars. I don't know why. I did not see this one coming. Actually, it was an election night thing. A couple buddies were like, "Let's do something. Let's kind of watch the election, whatever." It's like let's smoke some cigars while we're doing at it.
Yeah,
it's like yeah. So we're all out there in the garage with the TV on. You got the heat going and everything, and we're just burning it down, and it's just smoking the place out. Of course, it's spray foam, so it's sealed up pretty good, and all that. That smoke doesn't necessarily want to leave so much. But and then after that, I was kind of looking into it. I was like, man, I kind of like this world. I might join this world.
You didn't have to stay out there for like 2 weeks to wait to see what the results were either.
Yeah, I know.
That was cool.
I actually, and it was a good win too.
Yeah.
The winner was my guy.
I'm going to the inauguration on Monday.
Are you really?
Yes, dude.
What?
Yeah. My cousin Calvin, he's in college and he was volunteering with the campaign for Trump's campaign. And then he ended up getting awarded an internship down there in DC. So he moved down there and he got 2 tickets to the inauguration.
That's awesome.
And I think they only give them to like senators and like congressmen and obviously people that are part of the
spray
campaign.
foamers from Michigan.
I guess spray foamers from Michigan.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're road tripping, leaving Sunday, heading to DC, dude.
Who's we?
Me and my cousin Max, and then we're meeting up with my cousin Calvin down there.
Oh man.
So we're gonna be there all day Monday, come back Tuesday.
That's awesome. That's good. I mean, this is kind of a historic thing. I mean, obviously.
I know we got to do it.
I think you might be the only president that won 3 times.
You're gonna get this. You're gonna take it down on YouTube. I think you're allowed to question it now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's safe.
Now it's like, wait, okay. Yeah. So you can stay out there for a couple nights or what?
Yeah, a couple nights. I got like a hotel right down in the thick of it. So
that's awesome.
Hopefully it's safe down there.
Yeah.
But then you know what? Also at the inauguration, there's like it's like a party concert thing. So like Kid Rock's playing.
Yeah.
Jason Aldean and Carrie Underwood and
yeah, I'm gonna have it on TV. I'm gonna see if I can watch it during the day.
I'll try to do something to stand out.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll think of something.
If you wore some horns, like a horn hat.
Yeah, like a Vikings hat.
Yeah, like one of those.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right, yeah. So I was just talking about that's my latest hobby. It's kind of a weird thing. I love it. I started smoking. I'm like, I kind of enjoy this. This is kind of nice. And so then I started researching it.
You know what mine is?
I bought a bunch of cigars.
You're smoking cigars.
Yeah. What's yours?
Smoking meats.
Smoking meat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a smoker, and it like goes to my phone. And you set the temperature, and then you can just kind of check it.
Yeah. One of those.
Yeah. And you just like, all right, we're up to temperature. Eat the brisket.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm learning that.
Is that yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Smoking meat, smoking
I might
cigars.
get into that someday too.
Yeah.
I might. I don't know a thing about it. So right now I'm just enjoying other people's.
I would like the cigar thing too, but I got the asthma.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Do you think you could smoke like one and like not smoke another one for a couple of weeks and be okay, or like?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. All right. So speaking of that, I'm gonna there is a cigar lounge that is about a mile and a half to 2 miles south of the Ocean Center. So it's a scooter ride away.
Okay.
And since nothing's really going on Tuesday night of this, this whole thing. I'm sorry, Tuesday. What am I saying? Saturday night. Saturday night, some people are just getting into town. Some people might not even be there. I don't think you're going to be there yet. But since there's nothing else, I'm like, hey, anybody want to go down? It's called Don Kiki's Cigar Lounge. It's right on that same drag. You know that drag I think I talked about it with Trevor Monroe. It's A1A, just like in the song. A1A Beachfront Avenue.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about now. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or you're just saying yeah.
No, I know it's a rap song.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Sing it for me, Todd.
And then let's see, let me think here. Something like then I traveled to A1A Beachfront Avenue.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was telling Trevor, I was like, up until like a couple years ago, I thought it was called Detroit Avenue.
I think I did too.
I don't know why. Because it sounds like it. And it wouldn't be that crazy, like I said on the podcast.
Be cool.
That's not that crazy if it's Detroit Avenue in Florida. I mean, I knew it was like a Miami song because this A1A travels like the whole East Coast of Florida. I think all the way north and south. Anyway, so this convention center is on A1A. This cigar lounge is also on A1A. So literally hop on a scooter, ride down there, and then there's like this loft in there with a pool table and chairs and whatever. Just hang out, get to know somebody.
Sounds fun.
Smoke a stove while you're at it.
Yeah.
We're going to do that on Saturday. I'm going to do that on Saturday. And if anybody wants to join me, please do.
Throw out a post on Facebook on
I will.
Worldwide and do a meetup somewhere.
Yeah. Meet up and have a whole scooter gang flying down there. That'd be awesome. So we gotta get a cameraman for that.
Oh,
that'd be fun.
I love this
like 30 people all busting out.
Yeah, the scooter people after a couple.
Oh yeah,
a couple drinks is hilarious and dangerous.
Drive scooters,
but hilarious.
Don't drink and drive scooters.
No. Even though it's probably.
I think it's still probably illegal because it's motorized.
I was gonna say it's the
probably
funnest
illegal.
thing ever.
Someone always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Someone always gets hurt, but
don't do it.
Go with the scooters with the bigger wheels. If you see two different scooters, get the bigger wheels.
Yeah,
because they can take the bumps a little better.
Okay.
That's what I always do. So anyway, Saturday thinking, if you're in town, if you just made it in town, something to do, place to meet up with some guys. If there gets to be a ton of people, then we'll just walk over to the beach and smoke there.
Yeah, just go pick up.
It's like if it's too big for the lounge, if there's too many people for the lounge, we'll just maybe walk over to the beach and just finish them off there.
You can do that
sort of thing. So anyway, that's something to do as well, and you don't have to register for it.
No fees.
No fees. No nothing.
It's worth it, guys.
All right. So now we're getting into Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday is the expo, and the expo is definitely something that you're going to get involved in because there is a ton of freebies, and I mean a ton. You'll walk out of there with at least a half a dozen hats, a half a dozen shirts, more koozies than you can stand.
Yes,
pretty much everybody already has. Bottle openers. What else? What other kind of stuff do they got there?
Flashlights, pens.
Yeah. Just
koozies.
Some stuff you don't even necessarily
honestly
want.
I'll fill up a bag and bring it home to my kids, and they'll be happy for a year with just the little knickknacks and gadgets. And
they love my kids love it when I come home.
Oh yeah, it's like
they're like, all right, what do we got
for them?
So I take out all the stuff that I want to keep for myself, and then I'm like, all right, because I have two kids, I'm like, all right, whoever goes first, figure out who goes first. You pick something until it's all gone. And it's like Christmas.
Yeah, it's a good time.
They love it. So there's a lot of that sort of stuff too. But for the most part, some really good stuff there. Just to grab, but don't go there just for the grabbing stuff. Try to meet some people, talk and just learn about some of their products too. Obviously, they spend a ton of money to go there and get a booth and do all that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
try to support those people if you can. So that's on Tuesday and Wednesday. The expo is open. It's in the afternoon. I'm not sure exactly what time. But it's like, I think it's 2 to 6 on Tuesday and 2 to 5 maybe on Wednesday. It's something like that. Again, go to the website for all this stuff on that's sprayfoam.org to make sure that I'm correct in everything I'm saying and all that. There are a lot of the stuff that SPFA is doing requires some money. Registration, again, if you're going to do the shooting, you're going to do the golf. There's breakout sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So there's a breakout session from 10 to 10:45. There's 1, 2, 3. There's like about 8 of them there. You can choose from 10 to 10:45 a.m. and then again from 11 to 11:45 a.m. And then on Wednesday, 9:15 to 10, 10:15 to 11, and 11:15 to noon. So you can go to all those before the expo hall opens. So you don't have to miss anything.
Usually there's a little, is there a lunch?
Yeah.
I think they offer a lunch there too.
There's a luncheon.
Usually some coffee in the morning or some scones.
Some scones.
Something like that in the mornings, I think.
Yes.
Typically. I don't know if it says it on there, but all the ones I've been to, there's usually something like that. Because usually it's sometimes it's hard for people to get in there on Tuesday morning. After
I know.
After the
party.
Know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also okay, we'll get into that too. There's a spray off competition. Let's not forget about that.
But the breakout sessions, if you guys don't know, these are all classes with industry experts, and they fill us in. You get to pick what classes you want to take, and they're brief, but you can get a lot out of them in that short amount of time. Just bring like a notepad and paper and make sure you're taking notes.
Yeah.
And then what we've done too, you can take notes and then you can do follow-up emails with these guys, and they'll get back with you and answer more of your questions later.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know, it's very, very useful.
Yeah, I got to send a shout out to my coworker at SPI where I'm at, and that is Joel Kettle. He is doing one from on Friday from 11:15 to noon.
Breakout session
5C. Yep, it is called "Do It Right or Get Out."
Do it right or get out.
I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to watch that. One more thing with the registration I wanted to mention, I remember, is you don't have to register for the entire let's say 2 days of the Monday and the Tuesday and Wednesday. You can do just one day if you want for a lesser cost.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be flying out or whatever, but you want to do some stuff while you're there, if you want to do just Tuesday or just Wednesday, you can register for just that. You can also register for just the expo.
Yep.
So if you don't really have the time, or you don't necessarily want to go to the breakout sessions, or you don't want to do the golf, if there's nothing else that you want to do when you're there and you just go to the expo, you can do that for, I think it's like $75 if you do it early. If you do it day of, I think it's $100, and that's to just walk the expo.
Yep.
So honestly, if that's all you do is walk the expo and go to the Spray Foam Worldwide party and maybe go to the big game party, that's still a lot.
It's a good time.
You don't have to spend quite as much, and you're still going to walk out of there going, wow, that was so beneficial for me. So
yeah.
So don't feel like you have to register for everything. It's definitely helpful. It keeps you busy, all that. So 1-day registration or full conference, which is considered the 2 days plus you have, I guess, a pass to enter into the shooting and the golf and all that. So yeah, again, it's sprayfoam.org. Let's see. There's also a spray competition put on by UPC.
The spray competition.
Yeah, and that
holds bragging rights for an entire year afterwards.
That's right. Let me see. I got it on. I got that one on my phone. I'll get the info on that. Just a quick second here. Here we go. Put on by UPC, 5th annual spray foam competition. Again, this is going to be back in the parking lot, and it's going to be February 10th. So that's Monday. That's going to be at the same time that the Spray Foam Worldwide event is, not the party at night, but the event, the daytime action, the daytime party. Yeah, with all the vendors and the tents and
just follow the sound of generators humming. Yeah, you'll find where everybody's at.
That's true. That's a good point. So yeah, you can't. I think at this point, especially by the time this airs, I don't think that you can enter, but you can try.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. If you want to try, you go to Spray Comp. That's SPRAY comp COMP 2025@gmail.com. And that is 8 a.m. on Monday. So if you stayed up late watching the big game, you might not be on your A game for spraying, whether if you're in it. But if you want to watch it, you still got to get up early and head back behind the convention center. And 8 a.m. So
the best sprayer can overcome that kind
of course
hardship on a Monday morning.
Yeah, that's true.
The one
that is true.
The good sprayers can.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else? So everything's pretty much done on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think when the expo is done on Wednesday, it shuts down at 5, I believe.
That's pretty much.
I think that's pretty much it. So I think there's going to be probably a lot of people leaving on Thursday. That's when I'm going to be leaving. And that's it. And then you got to go back to work.
Yep.
So, is there anything about Daytona that you can think of that we missed?
I think we hit everything.
Yeah, I think we got just about everything. Oh, there's an awards. To go to the awards. Now that's part of theirs on Tuesday. There's SPFA National Industry Excellence Awards. Again, you have to be registered for Tuesday or the whole time to go to that. And then on Wednesday, I think there's a lunch maybe with that. Oh, it's a luncheon. It's a luncheon award.
So those are SPFA awards, right?
SPFA awards. Yep. But it's a luncheon as well, so it's like an award ceremony over lunch. And then Wednesday, SPFA is having just a contractor only work lunch session. Have you been to that?
Yeah.
What's that like?
From my experience, it's a place that us contractors can kind of, I don't know, voice some concerns in the industry. And
so you go up like on stage and
no, it was more like we're all at tables, and then you could just kind of raise your hand if you want to speak, and a microphone would kind of come to you. So it'd kind of be like a round table talk. This is how the one I went to was like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So, and I think if you're registered for Wednesday or both days, wherever you go to that, and I think lunch is free, right?
Yeah.
Lunch is free. So you don't have to pay extra for that. And it gives you something to do. Sit yourself down next to someone you don't know and introduce yourself. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Something that contractor launched that I was maybe going to mention was, how do we get more of these people to do these certifications for SPFA? you know.
Yeah.
So from
we talked about that a little bit.
a business owner standpoint, for me, it's hard because I've never ran across a situation where it's been required in my life.
Where something like that has been required?
Where a contractor's required it,
Yeah.
where a customer's required it, anything like that. A distributor's required it. So it's like, it's hard to, if my guys are trained well and spray well and do a good job, and we've been in business for this long without having it,
What do you need it for?
what's my incentive to go get it?
Yeah.
You know what I would like to see?
What's that?
Okay, this is crazy. This might be radical.
Okay. You've never said anything radical.
No, I don't do that.
So, okay.
So what if we had, let's see, what if we had a manufacturer that actually required a certification from SPFA in order to buy their product?
The manufacturer requires it from the SPFA?
Yeah, it requires that certification in order to purchase foam.
So the manufacturer can't manufacture unless they get certified.
A distributor
From
or
the
a
SPFA.
manufacturer, won't sell to
Yeah.
a customer, to a contractor, until they've been certified through an SPFA or SPFA equivalent program. Because that kind of, would that solve the problems with us? Like we've been facing it for a while, where all these contractors get into this, have no clue what they're doing, just kind of spray and ruin the industry and move on.
I just don't know if the SPFA could have that kind of power.
Yeah,
maybe, but I mean, it
but not
sounds to me like a governmental. Is that a word? Like a power that the government has to. It's almost like
it would be nice to have some self-regulation on ourselves to avoid a government overreach stepping in. Because once they get their hands on it, it's going to really dirty it up.
That's my biggest fear.
So if we could self-regulate it before they have to, maybe we could get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to regulate it like they do HVAC and everything else. Right now, we're still the Wild West.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm wondering what if a manufacturer or two got on board with making an alliance with the Spray Foam Alliance,
right,
and said, we're going to be a step above everybody else and only sell this foam to certified people that have been SPFA certified or equivalent. And sure, that would, but what's the incentive for the manufacturer to do that?
Right.
So
because they can save money by not doing that. So,
and it would probably impact their sales.
Right.
So it's not really beneficial for the manufacturer to do that unless they're made by daddy government. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But ideally that would work.
Something. It could.
Don't you think something needs to be done? Or do we let it go?
Something should be done. I just don't want the government involved.
Right.
Because they screw everything up.
That means we gotta do it ourselves. So how do we do it?
Can you imagine how well we would retire if the government didn't screw up Social Security?
Yeah. We don't want them touching it.
You look at a lot of those sort of things. Because
then they're gonna overcomplicate it too if they get involved in the regulation of it. Whereas if we regulated it ourselves,
it
would be to a much lesser degree, but enough.
Self-regulation is definitely the best if it works. The problem is that there's always people who don't care, and there's not enough. You don't have really much power. You can tell them don't do this or make sure you're doing that, but
maybe a conversation like
power
this
to make them.
Yeah, would help.
It's true.
What if SPFA just found one manufacturer that said, we are partnering with you, we're only going to sell to certified contractors from you, and then for contractors that are great who want to see this kind of regulation happen before the government steps in,
right,
it might be a whole it might be more exclusive, and maybe you'll lose some customers for a minute, but then maybe in the long run, maybe people would be scrambling for that kind of.
I would think
I don't know.
It's joining. It's a numbers. I mean, if you can strengthen numbers, so who knows?
Crazy topic, but everybody's talking about it.
Topic. I mean, we've touched on it, on the podcast here. 2 or 3 times too. It's like you said, it's a Wild West. It's still a very young industry, very young.
But I get that it's a manufacturer opting into losing foam sales.
Right.
So that's hard.
That's the
But someone
key.
needs to step up and do something,
Yeah.
like make it happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I hate to I jumped into it not knowing anything, but I wasn't gonna screw over any customers or anything. But there's guys that jump into it and do screw up jobs and don't care if they screw over people and customers.
Well,
So I hate to like pull up the ladder behind those that have gotten in with no knowledge, but there's enough bad ones that make it scary to do that.
I know it. In the beginning, I mean, if you're new, even if you've had training,
Stuff's gonna go
you still don't
wrong.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, stuff's
You
gonna go wrong.
definitely. I mean, and I speak on my own behalf. Like,
Same here.
when I first started, I did not know what I was doing. Thank God that I got involved with like Spray Foam Worldwide.
Yeah.
You get involved in all this stuff, and after a while, you can't screw up foam because you know too much.
Right.
Like if something's weird, you just stop and figure it out and fix it.
Right.
And the more knowledge you have, you can't really screw up foam if you're really involved and you want to learn and you're spending, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes a day on Facebook and maybe commenting or just reading comments from a post.
Just kind of getting yourself
Yeah,
kind of soaked in the knowledge a little bit every day.
a little bit.
Just reading a post here and there, just kind of surrounding yourself by it. You learn a lot.
You go to these events.
Yeah.
Spend a little money, go to the get registered, go to these, these courses, these breakout sessions, these luncheons, these, whatever. Just talking to people, getting a little bit of knowledge here and there. And like I said, after a while, it's like you're gonna be like, yeah, this is bad foam, it's off ratio, it's whatever. It's cold.
It's okay to
hot.
it was always my mindset. It's okay to make mistakes. If you mess up a job or it doesn't go right, like I was never fearful of that because I knew if this goes wrong, I'm gonna make it right. Like I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna fix the job. So I'm not gonna say it didn't matter if it was wrong, but that gave you the confidence. Like even if it's wrong, whatever it takes to make it right, we're gonna make it right. But if you don't have contractors jumping in with no knowledge with that mindset, it's terrifying for what foam can do.
I know it.
So
yeah, it is. But so it's a fantastic industry to be in. I mean, I'm super glad that I chose this path, because I'm in a place that I hoped I would be someday. Right now, and even just going to these events. I mean, it's definitely always a highlight of my year.
Yeah.
It's I've mentioned on here. I don't bring my wife and kids. It's just I never have, and luckily I got an understanding wife. She understands that this is, even though this is like a vacation for me, sort of, it's also it's work. It's part of my career. It's part of my career growth, that sort of thing. So
correct.
I mean, yeah, I might hang out till 2 a.m. having some beers with someone, and walking around, go getting lunch. Sounds like a vacation, but it's a vacation for my career. So
yeah, without the Spray Foam Worldwide events, you probably wouldn't made the connections that you made to be in the position you're in now.
I knew nobody before Spray Foam Worldwide.
Right.
I was spraying foam for probably a year and a half almost before I even got onto Facebook at all. And once I got onto Facebook, something like that. And then once I got onto Facebook, it took me a long time to even know what a Facebook group was. And then when I figured that out, I figured out, oh, what's this? And so then I got onto it. And then after a while, I'm like, oh, this is really beneficial.
Yeah. It helps so much.
And then you see how your foam, you can see how your foam gets better as you are a member.
Yeah.
You can almost like go find out when you became a member of the group and look at some of the pictures you were taking of your jobs then. And then 6 months later, a year later, look at those jobs, and
100%.
so
Same with didn't know you could get a broken drill bit out of a mixing chamber.
yeah,
Oh my
those
gosh.
tricks.
I have
Those
a bucket full in my garage. Let me try that with some wire here. And that was that was probably the coolest hack I ever saw.
Oh, speaking of hacks, let me get you one. Our friend Dirk Meister, Chemtrend.
Yep.
He's a big sponsor of the podcast.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna be someday, maybe.
There you
He's
go,
a good
Dirk.
dude, though.
Yeah. I know Dirk.
So Chemtrend has a spray foam remover. It comes in a 1-gallon jug.
Yes.
I've been pushing this stuff like crazy. We sell it now
Okay.
at our branch in SPI. 1-gallon jug. It's a metal jug, like a paint thinner. You know what I mean?
Comes liquid now, I saw.
What do you mean?
Are you talking about the concrete lifting one that he designed?
Oh, no. That's like
Okay.
that's like a paste. That's maybe good stuff too. I don't know much about it though.
Okay.
So anyway, this is a spray foam remover. It's for guns, cleaning guns.
Okay.
Right. It's really good. Like I said, it comes in a metal jug and it needs to, because
Yeah.
it eats everything in contact, which is a good thing. I use it. I get a little baby jar, a little baby food jar, like a small jar. It's not baby food. It's a mason, but it's small. And I put at the beginning of a job, of course, this was before I, stopped spraying. I put about a 1/2 inch in the bottom of there. And then I would I'd leave my drill bit with my pin vise. I'd leave it in there when I'm spraying. So then when I need to drill out,
Nice.
It's wet, number one, which is nice. It kind of gives it a little lubricity getting down in the mix chamber. And then, but it also eats the foam up really, really good on the bit while I'm spraying. And then again, also in the chamber, when I'm drilling out, it kind of, it works really, really good. And when you're done, it sprays better than without, definitely.
Okay.
So
little hack. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway. All right. Well, I can't think of anything else to say.
No, look for us in Daytona with those bags that we gave you. We're gonna have those. We're giving them out, so you guys can come find us and grab one and fill them up with the goodies at the booths and stuff. So,
who did you say you're going to Daytona with?
Stacy.
Oh yeah, your cousin.
Yep, she's my cousin. She runs the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So she's going down in our little Augusta system. That's after my daughter who passed away, coming up on a year. We put it hidden in the logo is her little hands. You can barely see it, but in the little circles on there.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, she's got a mold of her little hands.
That's cool.
That we stuck in there. So
awesome.
Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to shout that out.
See if I can show anybody who's watching.
There we go. Augusta Systems, baby.
Vinnie's software that hopefully we'll all be able to get our hands on in another year or so.
Thanks for letting me shout it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll get going. And then also one more thing, John Fred Cove. Like I said, I talked to him and I might have him on one more, like in the next week or so, to give us his view of the Spray Foam Worldwide events going on as well. And then we'll see you down there. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.